Hey guys, and welcome to my first speed build in 4 weeks. Let's just call it a good month. First of all, apologies. Wow. Yeah. I will never, ever let it happen again. But as you know, I went to Wimbledon and I was such a loser and didn't get my pre-recording done, so I had to leave you for 2 weeks with that one. I thought I'd be back up and running, and then I got hit by a truck. Well, not literally, but figuratively. So if you didn't come to I think I did a live stream when I got back on a Saturday. Literally that Saturday, I went to the rabbit hutch, saw that my rabbit had fly strike. I'm not going to describe to you what fly strike is. I just say Google it because it's not pretty. So I took him straight to the vet, jumped in the car, went to the emergency vet. We tried to get him back, but we couldn't. So his body had gone too far into shock. So I had to put my bunny Dylan to sleep. Then I mentioned to the vet, I wanted to bring my other rabbit in because she had a lump that we discovered 6 weeks before, and I thought it got bigger, so I wanted to get her checked out. So took her in 2 days later to then find out that she basically had a terminal tumour. So it was kind of just a waiting game until I had to put her to sleep. So 10 days later, I took her in for a checkup, and she was just like, yeah, if you're ready, I can put her to sleep now. And I was like, hell no, don't do it. So I took the weekend, took her back in. That was, what's today? Wednesday. That was on Monday. I put my other rabbit, Charlie, to sleep, which means it's just me and Lola. Lonely Hearts Club. So yeah. That is why I haven't been on here. Dylan, kind of putting him to sleep just kind of hit me. But just because it was such a quick thing, Charlie, I had time to get used to it and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't ugly cry at that one. But Dylan, I ugly cried bad. But we are over it now. We are already trying to find Lola some company, so I went back to Dylan's breeder, just because the bunnies that she breeds have great temperaments. So yes, we're already on the lookout. Hopefully within 7 or 8 weeks, I should have 2 new bunnies, because if you didn't know, I actually had a huge hutch that 3 bunnies were going to move into, and it just needed a concrete foundation to be laid down so they could sit on top. So I didn't want the wood rotting, and yeah, so they never moved in. Sad story, true story. So extra cuddles for Lola and me, I suppose. But anyway, so enough of depressingness. Let's go on to the build. So this build was for the Besties build challenge. It's not the official name. It was Aurelie's mid-century madness. And the challenge was to celebrate her reaching 10k. Well, since then, she's at 11k already. So, happy 11k. And the 10k and all the other k's up to it. But if you don't know, she loves everything to do with mid-century, especially the 50s. So she did the build challenge. It is now over. She did a whole showcase and everything. This is coming up late. She already showcased this on her channel, and I'm just getting around to doing it now. So apologies. This has actually been up on the gallery for quite a long time. So, yeah, if you want to download this, oh, I should have said, this only contains Peacemaker CC. So it only contains CC from 3 sets. That's the Ranch, Windows and Doors that you can see there. Also the Mid-Century Abode set by Peacemaker, and also the Mid-Century Eclectic set by Peacemaker. So only 3 sets by Peacemaker in this. I don't know, I just wanted to keep it mid-century, so that's what I did. I am now going to remember to put on screen that this is actually taken from a vintage floor plan. Yeah, so I'm just going to put that on the screen now, as you can see. I think it was like basically in a catalogue. I think you used to like pick out for the catalogue what kind of house you wanted. It was like, here's a house plan in the catalogue. I think the catalogue's from like 1970s. So mid-century was still around in 1970s. It's still considered mid-century. So that's what I went with for this one. We kind of kept it. I was earing towards this was built in the 50s but renovated in the 70s. Because look, if you built something in the 50s, by the time you got to the 70s, you needed to renovate it. It's like 20 years later. So that was what I was going with. So inside you'll see like browns, oranges, because Aurelie loves her some orange. No, she hates it, so I had to use it. I will make her and everyone love orange by the end of this. I promise. But anyway, so yeah, I kind of changed up what was actually on this right-hand side there, where the fountains are, compared to the original house design / plan thing. Also, the front yard, I think I changed up. I can't remember what it was. I think it was just plain paving. But the thing is, though, in The Sims, plain doesn't really work that well. Like, it just looks boring. So you have to end up adding some weird thing. Like, if you just put a straight wall in The Sims, it looks awful. But if you put a bump in it, it looks great. So that's basically what we had to do with the driveway, is just bump it with some rocks and stuff. But anyway, moving on to the back of the house. I put in a foundation out here, if you see, and I'm covering it all with rocks to make it kind of look like a bit like a rockery. Almost like we had terrain tools. Almost. Not quite. Please, dear God / The Sims team, please can we have terrain tools? Because I tried to build a cottage the other day, and it was like the biggest epic fail because we don't have terrain tools. You know the whole constrained floor elevation cheat in The Sims 3. I really needed that because I needed an extra like half a wall height to make the upstairs work, and I don't have it. I want to cry. Yeah, can we have that back? It's never going to happen, but anyway. Oh, also in this build, I see those planters that are going in now. I found out that there is a tree with that same planter box around it. So if you type in your search box, you know that whole search box you got, in build by one of the two, any of them will do. Type in box and you will find a tree that has that box in it. It's not, you can't just find it in the regular catalogue. For some reason you've got to search for it and then it appears. It's not even in the by debug, it's just in the regular catalogue by searching, which is weird. But anyway, so we've already moved on to the interior. I cut out a lot of the exterior. Believe it or not, I actually forgot to record the fact that I put in a whole natural rock pool. Whoops. That's actually from that door there on the left, from the master bedroom. You get taken out into your own little private patio, and you have a rock pool. It doesn't look like you want to swim in it, or does it? No, I'm pretty sure I turned it like green or brown, something like that. You'll see it at the end. I can't remember what it looks like. At this present point in time, I'm doing the voiceover and I'm avoiding doing the fly through like the plague. I have no idea why. But I just have a huge no against doing the fly through at the moment. So I'm just going to batch do all of the voiceovers and then do all the fly throughs. I don't know why I'm putting it off because there's nothing, I don't hate doing fly throughs. So I don't know why I'm putting it off. I've got no idea. So I've edited everything so I can just do this voiceover. I've edited my 2 other builds that I've recorded. So good news, you won't have to wait long till another build comes out. Mind you, I do have to still do the fly throughs. So it could be a wait. Apologies if it does end up being a wait, but hey. So I think the next build that should be up should be the 100 Babies Bakery. I have actually finally done the downstairs shop. Well, not shop. Yeah, shop, bakery. That is going to be in the 100 Babies. What was it? Loft? Warehouse loft? Industrial loft warehouse. That's the one. There will be a little announcement in that video. So make sure you watch that one. And what else? Yeah, but I am loving the interior of this one. I was trying to mix in-game stuff with Peacemaker's content. I think we managed to do it, and I have never used this recolor of the rug. I do change that bedspread though to like a pale blue to match, I think, the ottoman at the end of the bed, and all the other like artwork and stuff has orange in it with really pale blue, so I'd have no idea why I chose that dark blue bedspread. But I fix it, so you'll see that in the fly through anyway. But yeah, Peacemaker's sets just work perfectly in this. I'm not even going to say anything about Peacemaker anymore because it's just going to like verge on stalkerish, so and weird. So I'm just not going to say anything. Mind you, if this is the first video of mine you're watching, I'm sorry for blabbing and being all depressing at the beginning, but I love Peacemaker's content. When I do CC builds, it is always in there, and I highly recommend it. So this is available for download with all the CC included. Link is in the description box down below. Really, I shouldn't need to package it, to be quite honest. I should just tell you download these 3 things, but I wonder if I am going to package it, because it's kind of pointless. There's only 3 different sets. I don't know. No, I will package it anyway, but I'll link to them, so if you want to download them from Peacemaker, you can. Some people download the link, like use the download link for the CC, and then they download my game from the gallery to place it. So they just use me as like a CC source and then download it from the gallery. So however you want to do it, it's fine by me. But once again, thank you for like Peacemaker allowing for people to include his content in their uploads. I think he doesn't really want it, but he allows it, and with credit. So I always do link back to the original creators, the actual download post for their content, just because that's the least I could do for their amazing content. As a graphic designer and a creative myself, there is nothing worse than people not getting credit for their hard work. So I always make sure to credit them. And you should too, if you have your own YouTube channel, or if you do anything. We've got any part of life, always credit someone. But anyway, yeah, so I've kept in this footage of this bathroom. There are 3 bathrooms in this. 3 bathrooms in this house. To go with, well, okay. So there's the master bedroom, and there's a child's bedroom and a toddler's bedroom. So that's the 2 kids. But then there is also actually a maid's bedroom. It's in the kind of next to the garage and the utility room. There's a utility room, not but we need one. So I suppose you could get rid of the utility room and turn it into, just make it a large bedroom next to the garage. That would probably be cool for like a teenager's bedroom or something. Yeah, so if you end up having 3 kids and one of them is a teenager, just move them out to the garage. That's where they like to live. Don't you? If you're a teenager, you're just like, give me my own space. Either that or I like attic rooms. Normally for teenagers, just put them out the way. They like it. So anyway, we're moving on to the kids' bedroom. Doing some kind of like built-in bed thing. No idea where I got this one from, but I wanted to make it look like it was meant to be part of the room and that it was considered part of the room and all built in, and rather than just placing a bed there. But we like this one. We ended up going with orange in here as well. Shoot me. But blue and orange goes really, really well together. I did a bit of research of what mid-century interiors are meant to look like, and to be quite honest, there was lots of white walls. When you type mid-century into Pinterest, loads of white walls. Yes, the wooden paneling there that you can see is also common, but I saw a lot of white. Sometimes you normally see really, really dark colours like those blues and greens and dark browns and oranges and really deep ones, but most commonly it's just white on the walls. But unfortunately in The Sims, white don't look so great all the time. So I really want to use white everywhere, but I normally have to mix it up a little bit. So doing that, like even the wall there that the wardrobe is on, I've done white paneling. We could call it like tongue and groove or something. I don't know. I've done the white one there just to break up the flat white walls. So that's actually what I've been finding I've been doing lately, is putting like a textured white wall in. If I want it to all be white, actually just use a different texture of white just to keep it still looking interesting rather than plain white painted walls. Just, I don't know, it just makes it look a little bit nicer. So yeah, I think we're still doing like little finishing touches and decor and stuff. But I think I've done this quite often actually, the orange and blue. What are we doing more? Oh, did I put, blue. Still looking good. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. And once again, I'm just going to put this, now we're like we're more than halfway through this. Apologies again for the lack of builds for the last 4 weeks. But I'm back. I'm so ready. The thing is though, so I decided I was going to record like 3 videos and then like kind of do it like a production line, record them all, then edit them all, then do all the voiceovers, then render them all. And I didn't normally do it like that. I kind of just did them as I went along. But I have no idea how I kept up my schedule before. Like, I have not got a clue how I managed to put so many videos out. It's kind of like trying to jump back on a full speed treadmill. So I got no idea how I'm going to do it, but just, so videos might be slower than they were before, and maybe I'll have to like kind of get back up to speed. Slowly but surely I will get there and we'll be back up to the same schedule as before. I can't wait. So also, yeah, streaming as well. Love streaming. So I think I might try and fit one in this week. What's today? Wednesday. I'm hoping to put this out tomorrow, which is Thursday. So after I do this voiceover, I've got to do the fly through. So all I've got to, mind you, I've got to pick out the music. You know how much I love picking out the music at the end. It like seriously gives me life. What music do you pick for mid-century? I don't know. But I'd say my taste is pretty good at picking out the music for the end. So it's going to be lit. I never use that word actually. Like, not in a proper sentence. Only to take the mick would I use the word lit. Or to say that I'm younger than I am. But anyway, yeah, so I'm 31 now. Oh my God. Kill me now. So I'm 31 now. And, like, as a 31-year-old, I don't feel like one. I feel like 21, maybe. I feel about 21, and then I go and speak to a 21-year-old and I'm like, hell no, am I not 21 mentally? I am most definitely 31. I never thought I'd say that. I'm getting so old. So old. Why do you even listen to this rubbish that I just spout anyway? Oh, and it's putting in these dine-out curtains. What would I do without these dine-out curtains? Don't know. So we're moving on to the living room. We've only got one living room. The room that we just did actually see there, totally forgot to talk about it, was the kids' playroom. That was meant to be a quiet living room on the original floor plan. They don't believe in giving kids playrooms. It was meant to be a quiet living room, as opposed to, I don't know, an entertainment living room. I don't know. But I thought, no, let's change it into a kids' playroom because why not? They haven't got all the space in the in their bedrooms that they need, so we'll give them extra space to play. And the brief was to do a mid-century family home, so all about the kids, really, all about the kids. Also, okay, so my initial plans for this house was to go off plan and do a bowling alley in the basement, but kind of ran out of steam. So you will see that there's like a door there behind the chimney breast. Chimney breast gate, can we say? Those are the stream. Remember the whole chimney breast debacle? Hang your head in shame. Hang it. But yeah, behind the chimney breast, in the living room, there's like a little space. There is enough space to put a single staircase going down, and I would advise you to make it into a bowling alley down below. That's what I was going to do, but as I said, I ran out of steam. I still don't get how I used to build so much. Whoa. I'm now looking back, I'm gonna give myself props and pat myself. Can you hear it on my back for previous uploads schedules? But man, it is like being on a treadmill actually, trying to get the builds out. And I've actually been socializing recently as opposed to being a hermit and staying at home, so which means that it's even harder to get builds out, because normally I'd just be like, I need to build and not do anything. But anyway, so we're doing this little we've done the living room, I think very 50s, 60s and 70s, it's just very mid-century. I think it's kind of like a blend of all three decades, to be quite honest. There's elements from all of them. 60s sometimes does get confused with 70s as well. But yeah, this is the little nook which was designated to be a bar, because everybody needs a bar area. Why not? I end up putting wood paneling all on the inside here. I wanted it to feel a bit more cozy. So it's entertainment, so we put the movie posters up. But I think it looks kind of cool just being all wood on the inside. It's kind of like a man cave, but open. Kinda is. Yeah, I don't know how you'd really use that apart from, I suppose it's just a little tiny entertaining space. But yeah, so we're moving on now to the kitchen. I did all of the external furnishing off camera, so you'll have to wait till the fire through. You can see there's a table out there, so it's a little this is meant to be like a snack bar. which is a really weird feature they actually put into the house, was there was meant to be a snack bar, like a little, snack bar from the kitchen to the outside so that you could play in the pool, be all soaking wet and still get fed food through the little hatch, which is a bonus. So I thought of using the chef's station to create the little cutout in the wall, which I actually think works well. I've put counter islands on the other side and the outside, so you could sit there and eat whatever you wanted. But yeah, it is play tested, of course, like normal, and the chef station does work there. So thank the Lord. If you didn't see, like, on screen, of course, Eliza has moved here. This is going to be an ongoing theme now. Eliza is going to be with us for all of our builds, and I have dressed them up as if they've just... This is meant to actually be in the country. It says move to the country on the floor plans. So, yeah, this is meant to be countryside, apparently. This is mid-century country. Okay. So I've done them up in their, like, country best, as if they're going to the golf club or something. So I've made them a little bit mid-century. You'll see them in the fly-through. And yes, so Eliza is back with Bob. I know before, if you watch my single mum bohemian apartment, Eliza had divorced Bob, but no, we've travelled back in time to a simpler time. So this is basically a prequel to the Bohemian apartment. Yeah, count this as the prequel. And Eliza is still with Bob, and she has a toddler called Izzy. It's not Izzy, Iggy. So Iggy's in this. He's a toddler. So they've actually only got a toddler. I don't really think these through. I don't really do the amount of people that I need. But anyway, so we are onto the fly through. Thank you so much for watching, and I promise to be back very, very soon. If you haven't done it already, hit the subscribe button or the like button if you did like it, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.